Being born with a damage per second lower than most handguns means something. Having to hit 5 times an opponent before dropping him on the floor with a semi-auto rifle means something. It means that you are one of the worst guns in the game. Hey guys, welcome back to the show. Today we're going to talk about the 1903 Experimental variant. And yes, those were some actual stats from probably the last used gun in Battlefield 1. Why would anyone use this gun? Well, it's kinda fun. It has a 41 clip magazine, very steady fire control, even when tapping the mouse like a maniac will land precise shots on target. But boy do you need precision. Remember, 5 shots to the body to actually kill a full health opponent. That's just nuts. Another reason to actually use this gun is because you can use the scout class with a non-bolt action rifle and be able to use the gadgets of a scout class, which are very useful when you know how to use them properly, especially the spotting flare. But the main reason I found myself using this gun, it's because it's actually very fun to use. As I mentioned before, the fire control is amazing, and I just love to click the mouse as fast as I can to see those red letters on the screen. It's absolutely satisfying. Second, this gun was intended to be used as a bolt action rifle when you need to engage targets in long distances and transform your gun into a medium to close quarter combat gun when needed. And if you equip the K bullets on your class, you can actually achieve the original intended use. And it's pretty fun to do. I really enjoy switching between modes to get long range kills and then come back to the semi-auto gun for close engagements. It will take a second or two to convert between modes, but it will be very helpful in engaging enemies in longer distances. As a matter of fact, I'm getting close as half of my kills with the K bullets at medium distances. As with any other sniper, you will one-shot kill with this gadget if you manage to get the headshot. Obviously, I also shoot at enemy vehicles, and so should you, since that's the main purpose of the K bullets. Remember guys, we need teamwork to get rid of the enemy vehicles. Just remember to hang around support class players, since you only start with 5 bullets and you will run very quickly out of them. So let's talk about numbers. The actual stats are, maximum damage per shot is 23 damage. The minimum is 13, it fires 449 rounds per minute, a magazine size of 41, and a muzzle velocity of 400 meters per second. Everything is okay but the damage per shot. Anywhere after 37 meters, you will only do 13.5 damage. This means you will have to hit your opponent 8 times to get the kill. The plus side of this data is that it has 0.28 of recoil in the up direction and only 0.1 to the left and right side. As I mentioned earlier, this is a very accurate gun. I will list the webpage for the full stats on the description down below if you want to check them out. Okay, so after hearing those stats, you might be wondering or asking yourself, when is good to use this gun? Well, there aren't many situations, but the one situation this gun excels is at spamming bullets to a distractor cluster of enemies. This will get you a lot of kills since the magazine size is excellent for this. But once the enemy turns at you, you will have a bad time, so you gotta be fast with the trigger to be able to get most out of it. Also, the hip fire is not that great, but again, if you tap the mouse like a maniac, you will get the kill at close quarters. You just gotta keep moving and trying to avoid shots as much as you can. And obviously don't think about going head to head with an assault player, since their guns are so much powerful than yours. So what sidearm should I use, you may be wondering. I will suggest having a high power gun like the number 3 revolver. This will help you a lot in close quarters since it's a 2-shot kill on the body, or the good old 1911, which is probably the best secondary of the game. Another gun that will go good with the loadout is the Mars Automatic. It has a decent damage in any range, and it will help with the spamming bullet situation since it's a 11 bullet magazine capacity gun. Picking a good secondary is crucial with this gun due to the poor stats, and in many situations it will be more wise to go with your secondary rather than going with the M1903 Experimental. A clear example will be when you can't run from a direct standoff with an enemy. I will most of the time choose to go with my 1911 due to the higher damage per bullet. Now to finish this video, let's talk about some boring history. What we're using on the M1903 Experimental is a Peterson device attachment. This was a device secretly developed by the US to be able to transform the soldier's bolt-action rifle into a semi-auto gun on the go, roughly in 15 seconds. That's some cool stuff, guys. Unfortunately, the device was finished around 1918, I think, but the war was already over, and after producing 65,000 devices, that contract was cancelled by the US government. The devices that were in storage were destroyed after some years to avoid the bad guys from getting them, and only a few devices are available right now, being a highly priced collector's equipment. This makes the gun so much cooler in my opinion, and it's a big shame that this gun has so much disadvantage on the field. Hopefully Dice will get his hands on it and make it more usable. Well guys, that's it for this video. Please let me know what you think about this gun. Maybe you have some good suggestions or have a different opinion on it. And well, I hope you guys enjoy it, and I will see you guys in the next one. I'm out.
Shut